Okay, welcome back to my class. So today we'll discuss presentation of data, and as we are knowing, there are three forms of the presentation of data. And the first one is a tabular presentation of data. Second one is textual or descriptive presentation of data, and third one is diagrammatic or graphical presentation of data. So today we'll discuss tabular presentation of data. So this we'll discuss tabular presentation. Tabular presentation of data. Question arises: what is the meaning of tabular presentation? Tabular presentation means the presentation of data in the form of rows and columns. So in a tabular presentation, data are presented in rows and columns. Let us see rows and columns. Rows are read horizontally, whereas columns are read vertically. So I have taken one example. For example, table 4.1. Here I have taken table 4.1, and this table is tabulating information about the literacy rate. So this table explains the information about the literacy rate in Bihar by sex and location. So this table, let us see here, we are taking seeing this table number 4.1. 4.1 means this table belongs to chapter number 4 and table number 1. And this table, let us see, having 3 rows and 3 columns. Here we can say there are 3 rows, male, female, and total, and there are 3 columns, rural, urban, and total. And altogether there are 9 information. So this 9 information explains the literacy rate of the male, female, of rural, urban, and total. So this, let us see, I have already written thus it has 3 rows for male, female, and total, male, female, and total, and 3 columns for rural, urban, and total. It is called 3 by 3 table, giving 9 items of information in 9 boxes called the cells of the table. So these are called cells, and altogether we have seen there are 9 cells, and these cells contains the information, and these cells are also known as the body of a table. So body is the main part of the table. So let us see this data we have. This table explains the literacy of the male, female, both in the rural areas and urban areas. So next one comes that what is the objective of the table? Table is also known as tabulation. So the main objective of the tabulation is to simplify the data, to simplify the complex data into the simplest form. So here I have written the different objectives of the tabulation. First is it simplifies the complex data. So complex data, when the data are collected, they are in original form and they seems very complex, and it is voluminous and it is very, very large, and that is why it is very difficult to comprehend, and it is very, very difficult to identify the information. And that is why what happened, this table simplify the complex data in a simpler form. And second one, it facilitates comparison of data. When the data are presented in the form of rows and columns, then it becomes very simple to make the comparison. Here we can make the comparison that how many of the literacy how many rural females are literate, and how many that means urban females are literate. And here we have seen that 30.03 of the female, 30.03% of the female were literate in the year 2001, and only 63.30 of the females were literate into the urban area. So let us see what happened. This, if we want to make the comparison between the male of rural and urban, we can say that in rural areas, 57.70% of the rural male were literate, and 80.80 of the urban male were literate. So this table means facilitate the comparison when the informations are contained in the form of date and stable, then it becomes easy to make the comparison. Not only it makes the comparison, it also, let us see, facilitate a statistical analysis. We can make the analysis that which regions having the highest percentage of the literacy, which regions having the lowest literacy, which means among the gender, which gender is having the highest literacy, which gender is having the lowest literacy, which gender is having highest illiteracy, which gender is having lowest. So this type of statistical analysis can also be made with the help of the table. See what are the different parts of a good table. So a good table must have the following part, and the first one is the table number. So let us see this. A table number is used for the identification purpose. If the table number is given, then it will be easy to identify the table, and it will be easy to refer the table. So for the reference, it is very, very easy to give the table number. If table number is not given, then it will be difficult to refer the table, to identify the table. Here it is given 4.5. 4.5 means this table belongs to chapter number 4, and this is the 5 table of chapter number 4. So each and every table must be given the table number. Generally what happens, the table numbers are given in the whole number. The second important part of a good table is the title. So let us see the title of a table. Title contains the contents. What is the contents of a table is explained is in the title. So title is very, very important part of a table. So with the help of the title, we come to know that what is being explained in the table. So title of the table is important part. Here in this table, let us see, I have written this table 4.5. This is the table number, and population of India according to workers and non-workers by gender and location. This is the title of the table. And the third part of the table is the let us see, the third part of the table is the captions. Captions. Let us see, captions means the column headings. So here let us see workers, non-workers and total. This workers, non-workers and total, this is main, marginal and total, this non-workers and total. So this is called column headings. This is called the caption. Caption is also known as columns heading. Columns headings. So columns headings, this is also important part. Then fourth part of a table is stubs. Stubs, let us see. This is stubs. Here, from here, let us see. We can say, let us see this. This means this is stubs, means row headings. Row headings. Row headings. So row headings is known as stubs. So stub is also important part of a table. The first part of a table is unit of measurement. So unit of measurement, or we can say this unit of measurement, unit of measurement. So unit of measurement, so this information are explained, these informations are given in terms of, suppose whether it is given in 1,000 or whether it is given in 100 or thousands or lakhs or crores. So these informations are given, explained in terms of the crores, then this is known as crores. So here I have written units. So unit of measurement. So the measurement, the information contents in the body are expressed in terms of crore, and this is called unit of measurement. 6, or we can say body of the table. Body of the table is important part of the table. Let us see, I have written body of the table. This is called the body of the table. So body of the table contains the different information. Let us see, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows, and we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 5 columns. So certainly let us see how many informations are contained in the body. Obviously let us see 45 informations are given in the body. So these all 45 informations, these are known as cells, and these are known as the information. So this table, let us see, we can say here contains 45 information of the, let us see, workers and non-workers according to their gender and location. So body of the table contains the detailed information. So detailed information, and the 7th part of a table is the source. So source note, Census of India, source note. Source note. Source note means from where the informations are taken. Suppose here, this is source note 7. So source note explains from where the information have been taken. So Census of India 2001. So this information have been obtained from the Census 2001, and the footnote. 8.1 is footnote. So the footnote is the last part of a table. Footnote explains the figures are rounded to nearest crores. So if suppose here it is given 17, so it is not 17, it may be, let us see, 16.9, or it may be 17.01, but it has been taken in the rounded figure, and so this is given into the footnote. So footnote explains the figures are rounded nearest to the number, whether it is crore or thousand or lakhs or millions or trillions or billions, etc. So I think this is clear to all of you. So let us see what we have learned today. We have learned the meaning of tabulation, we have learned the objective of tabulation, and we have learned the important part of a good table. Okay, thank you.